Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Akilah Mitimat Azhar. My metric number is 273182. Before we show you the steps how to invest in ASB 3 Didik, let's get to know what actually ASB is. ASB is a type of investment managed by Amanah Saham Nasional Berhad (Asnb) that's open to the Bumiputra community to invest in a certain amount and expect return at a later date. ASB is a fixed price unit trust and long-term investment for those within the Bumiputra community to generate consistent returns. A unit trust is where the fund manager (Asnb) will pool money from various investors to invest and generate returns. The profit is then channeled back to the unit owners. The reason why investors think it's a good strategy because of the consistent yearly dividends that it pays out to investors. But there are three different investments in ASB, ASB2 and ASB3 Didik. ASB and ASB2 is relatively similar, with the key difference being ASB2 is for the Gen Y, which is the age between 19 to 34 years old, while ASB3 Didik used to be known as Amanah Saham Didik. Although ASB is only open to the Bumiputra community, Asnb also offers other fixed price investment opportunities such as the Amanah Saham Malaysia (ASM) for non-Bumiputra. Besides being open to Malaysian, ASM doesn't have a limit in the number of units to invest in but is subject to availability. Next, why should you invest in ASB? There are a few advantages to investing in ASB, including no upfront fees. You'll incur 0% upfront fees when investing in ASB. This means that more of the money goes to investing instead of fees. Besides, low management fees. The ASB fund only incurs an annual management fee of 0.35%. By contrast, other equity unit trust funds can incur around 1.5% in annual management fees. Then, it consistent returns. ASB has delivered dividends of 5% to 14% a year since 1990. Next, quick withdrawal. ASB funds are liquid and easily accessible. Lastly, it can be used to apply for overdraft facility. You can pledge your ASB funds as collateral to apply for an overdraft facility, which is a type of loan where the bank allows you to withdraw more money than what you have in your account.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nashizra binti Muhammad Imran. My metric number is 73026. So, Amanah Saham Bumiputra 3 Didik or ASB3 Didik. The fund category or type for this product is mixed asset. Fund type for this product is growth. The manager of this product is Amanah Saham Nasional Berhad (Asnb) and the trustee is Amanah Raya Trustees Berhad (ART). The launch date of this product is 20 April 2001 and the financial year is on 30 June. Who is the product suitable for? Let me explain about it. ASB3 Didik is suitable for investors with the following profile. Firstly, understand the investment risk and reward. Last but not least, seek capital growth over the long-term period through reinvestment of distribution, if any, for providing future financial needs for education expenses of the investor and those of their families.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Amira binti Nawi, number metric 273066. First, you must know what you are investing in. This is to make sure there is no misunderstanding in future. ASB3 Didik seeks to provide an investment opportunity that generates reasonable long-term growth and return. there are three things that you should know about this product. First, investment policy and principal investment strategy. Second, asset allocation strategy. And lastly, income distribution. For investment policy of ASB 3 Didik, it is to invest in a portfolio of various asset classes, primarily securities listed in the Bursa Malaysia, unlisted securities, fixed income, and lastly, money market instrument. The fund may adopt a defensive strategy depending on changes in economic and stock market conditions. In line with its objective, the investment strategy and policy of the fund is to invest in a portfolio of various asset classes between equity and other instruments as permitted by the deed. It is depending on the country's economic situation, stock market conditions, and interest rate movements. The fund also emphasizes on investing in diverse portfolio through sectoral allocation. The strategy is to preserve the value of the capital and generate competitive return in the long term. The fund also adopts an active trading strategy through portfolio rebalancing depending on the expected risk and return on securities invested and also the changes in the market. So, for the asset allocation strategy, the fund seeks to achieve its objective by investing up to 90% of VOF in equities and up to 50% of VOF in other asset classes, and lastly, the minimum of 5% of VOF in cash or liquid asset. Lastly, for income distribution policy, ASB 3 Didik will distribute the earning from its income to the unit holders if they get the profit at the manager's discretion, subject to the approval from the trustee. So, let's talk about the possible outcome that you will get from your investment. The investment manager of ASB 3 Didik applies conservative investment strategy while regularly reviewing and rebalancing the investment portfolio in accordance with prevailing market conditions. So, in order to achieve the objective of the fund, the return of investment of ASB 3 Didik is depend on the performance of its underlying investment. As example, equities, other asset classes, and cash or liquid asset. Being a fixed price fund, the total return to unit holder of ASB 3 Didik will be in the form of income distribution that is a benchmark against the Maybank 12 months fixed deposit. However, the rate of income distribution may go up as well as down, and it is not guaranteed as it is depend on the realized gain generated by the fund, which in return depend on prevailing market and economic conditions. Under the worst market and economic downturn, ASB 3 Didik may not generate sufficient realized gain to distribute its income to unit holders. So, when you involve with investment or any kind of services, there must be a fees and charges. In investing in unit trust fund, you must understand that there are fees and charges that are directly or indirectly. The direct charge incurred by you when buying and selling of unit are the initial service charge or sale charge, redemption fee or repurchase fee, and also the service charge on investment through the EPF members investment scheme. So, for ASB 3 Didik, the direct charge for sale, repurchase, and transfer fee is zero. But for EPF MIS unit holders will be levied on sales charge of up to 3% of the NAV per unit or such other rate that may be determined by the EPF from time to time. For the switching fee, it only be charged at variable price fund, and then the difference between the sale charge of the fund switch out subject to the minimum charge of 25 ringgit per transaction. Indirect charge that we must pay for the annual management fee, which is 0.3% 35% per annum of the VOF calculated and accrued daily. We must note that the deed of the fund allow an annual management fee up to 1.5% of the VOF of the fund, and also for the annual trustee fee, 600,000 ringgit or 0.08% per annum of the VOF, whichever is lower, calculated and accrued daily.
Besides, there are some risks mentioned in this product which may cause significant losses if they occur, which are capital market risk. Market risk refers to the possibility that an investment will lose value because of a general decline in financial markets due to economic, political or other factors, which will result in a decline in the fund's net asset value. Next, interest rate risk. Interest rate risk is the impact of interest rate changes on the valuation of debt instruments. When interest rate rise, debt instruments prices generally decline, and this may lower the market value of the fund's investment in debt instruments. The reverse may apply when interest rates fall. Besides, credit risk or default risk. Credit risk relates to the creditworthiness of the issuers of the fixed income securities and their expected ability to make timely payment of interest or principal. Any adverse situations faced by the issuer may impact the value as well as liquidity of the fixed income instruments. While default risk relates to the risk that an issuer of a fixed income security either defaulting on payments or failing to make payments in a timely manner, which will in turn adversely affect the value of the fixed income security. This could adversely affect the value of the fund. Then, unlisted security risk. The risk refers to investment in securities that are not listed on a securities exchange, such as share of unlisted companies. The fund may face liquidity risk on the deposits of unlisted securities, which could affect the value of the fund. Last but not least, derivative risk. The fund may invest in derivatives mainly for hedging and to a lower extent for investment purpose. The price of derivative depends on the variety of market factors, including the price and volatility of the underlying asset, interest rate, foreign exchange rate, and others. Market values of derivative may be subject to wide fluctuation and expose the fund to potential gains or losses.
I will share steps to sign up account Asnb and how to make an investment using internet banking. Firstly, we need to download application My Asnb. After that, it will be like this. So we choose sign up because this is our first time to My Asnb. Then we need to fill our ID type, ID number, full name, phone number, and bank account details. For bank account details, we need to fill bank name and bank account number that have internet banking. We need to make a confirmation, change or yes, that bank account details that we fill up before is we shall not use other people's bank account number. Secondly, bank account number must not be a joint account or corporate account number, and they will verify our identity number against our registered identity number at the bank. Next, details of employment. We need to choose occupation category. They are employed, self-employed or own business, homemaker or student or retire, royalty and unemployed. When we choose the category, we need to select monthly income. This is the example. Since I am student, so I choose homemaker or student or retire option and select minimum monthly income. After that, identity verification approval. It will show like this when our identity has been approved. The next step is account creation. For account creation, we need to fill account information, which is firstly login details, which is username, secure phrase, password, confirmation password and referral code. After finish fill up login details, we need to fill up account security, which we need to select 3 security questions and answer each of them. When we finish fill the account creation, it will show our homepage. Since I already have Amanah Saham Bumiputra 3 Didik, so it will be like this. So how can I make additional investment? Let me explain about it. Firstly, choose invest button. Then it will show 3 options, which is a new investment, additional investment and add investment for third party. So we select additional investment. Next, choose our fund. After that, we need to enter investment amount and select payment method. We need to select our preferred bank since we choose FPS online banking. As we select Cimb clicks, we need to make confirmation about our unit holder. We must make sure that fund name, unit holder ID and amount are correct. We will link to FPS transaction for the additional investment process through Cimb clicks. Last but not least, it will show like this. After we successfully make an additional investment, we can see our unit holder ID, transaction type, FPS transaction, reference number and other information. So that the process on how to make an additional investment.